everyone and welcome. Lately, I've been playing a lot of Arcane and making different builds and seeing what works with Arcane in corrupted dungeons. One of the questions I always have when making a build is what cape should I use? Here is my take on which cape you should use when using Arcane Staff and why, in no particular order. D tier to me means never take the cape into corrupts. B and C mean for specific builds, setups, or uses. S tier will be the most useful in most builds and is the best cape to take, and A tier are some solid choices. First off, Fort Sterling. I would say this cape is D tier. The cleanse every 2 minutes isn't useful enough in situations, and if a cleanse is that important in a fight, swap to it on your W. Fighting against hammers, it can be useful to swap the cleanse, but there are better capes that give you way more value for your silver. Bringing a Fort Sterling cape is just throwing silver away. Demon cape, I place this in C tier. It can be used with Witchwork Staff and Royal Helmet for a cheeky combo using Black Hole, Royal Helmet, then auto attacking. But if you're running that combo, then the third Magic Shock from Caerleon Cape gives you roughly the same damage. Martlock Cape gets placed in C tier as well. There are better options to take than Martlock Cape, but combining it with Guardian Boots can help use your health as bait in some builds, since most arcane weapons don't excel at chasing. Being low health to bait your opponent can help confirm kills. Martlock Cape might help you survive one-shot builds, but there are better options that don't require you to lose 75% of your health to survive a one-shot build. Limper's Cape is Fort Sterling's only friend down in the D tier. Arcane isn't too mana intensive and rarely has issues with mana unless you're fighting for a prolonged period of time. If you're having issues, Scholar Sandals would be better than Limper's Cape since it can give you answer to a lot of the CC that you'll face in corrupted dungeons. Regular Cape is A tier. Regular Cape being cost effective since most capes cost as much as the rest of the build combined. If you're just getting into Arcane capes, I would recommend Regular Cape while you learn. Most fights likely won't boil down to which cape you're wearing, but rather your ability rotation, positioning, skill shot accuracy, and resource management. This cape is A tier because it's the motherfucking Chad cape. This is you saying, I'm just gonna hit my motherfucking shots. I don't need a special cape to win. A tier. Hedford Cape is C tier. Most arcane builds don't utilize auto-attacking enough to take advantage of the Hedford Cape. You can work it into your rotation or build around it, but that's getting a little bit niche. It can help with wave clear, but the PvE arcane will either use Magic Shock for AoE or just focus single target damage with Frazzle and Energy Bolt. You can make an argument for Jimbinator's build with Mage Cowl, but that build is just cool. It's a nice build and it works in most situations, but let's be honest, it's for psychopaths. Hedford stays in C tier. Keeper Cape. Keeper Cape gets placed in B tier. It can be used in some specific powerful builds with Energy Bolt, Frazzle, and Scholar Robe to put out insane damage. It can give you some extra powerful magic shocks for extra burst damage, but that's all it does. When used correctly, it's incredibly strong though. Morgana Cape also gets B tier. All it does is give you higher damage per second at twice the cost of Keeper Cape, but it is more versatile with builds since it can be used with Druid Robe or Cleric Robe to have massive damage. I had trouble deciding if this was B or C tier because of the cost. Bridgewatch Cape. Bridgewatch Cape is our S tier cape. It provides some much needed movement impairing CC that Arcane is missing, and it provides a defensive as well. It gives you something to play around when kiting and fighting. The slow can help with chasing or escaping. This is even useful in the builds that use Morgana Cape or Keeper Cape. Those builds help you make your damage higher than your opponent's, but Bridgewatch makes your opponent's damage lower than yours. Bridgewatch is also better in those builds, as the opponent options are to walk out of your tornado and take free hits, or stay in your tornado and get reduced damage. Bridgewatch provides a similar effect to Heretic Cape. The damage reduction is better on Bridgewatch than the Martlock Cape. As you are rarely auto-attacking with Arcane, it is unlikely to go to waste. Usually you are either repositioning or firing energy bolts. Auto attacking with Arcane 9 times out of 10 is a waste of time and can put you in a bad position during a fight. Bridgewatch can get countered by dashes, but if your melee opponent dashes up, then you can just stand in your own tornado and still get value. If they do have dashes, you have to be conscientious of when you use your capability. Bridgewatch Cape is S tier and gives the most value for your cape slot, and has a lower cooldown than most other capes. It's also one of the cheapest of the expensive capes. Leon Cape. A tier. Mainly because of the existence of Bridgewatch Cape. Bridgewatch Cape is better than Leon Cape because Bridgewatch helps you land your magic shocks, where Leon Cape only gives you another magic shock. But let me tell you something. The amount of magic shocks you cast does not matter. It is the amount of magic shocks that you hit that matter. It is useless to use Energy Bolt with Leon Cape since it's on a 0-second cooldown, meaning if you're wanting to get the value out of your Leon Cape, you either need to take Shield or Magic Shock. There aren't many matchups that require 2 shields, meaning 99% of the time you will just get another Magic Shock. This is A tier because it also gives you another silence or interrupt on top of that. Cheaper Cape and Morgana Cape don't give utility where Leon Cape gives you another silence. Leon Cape can also help immensely with wave clear and is the most useful cape for clearing. A tier, good pick, but the utility that Bridgewatch Cape gives should not be overlooked for the extra magic shock every 30 seconds. Heretic Cape is C tier. Let me put it in there, C tier. You can use it around traps or with Witchwork Staff to pull into your Heretic trap. It can be helpful when running away from one-shot builds to slow them down, but of course you can just run around the trap. If you die a lot to one-shots, I would consider taking Heretic Cape. It limits your boots options, so if you want to get maximum value out of Heretic Cape, you can't take boots that are channeled. That way you can follow up on the route. You can also use Heretic Cape with Fiend Sandals, but let's be honest, any build can do that. It can help you land your skill shots while they're rooted, or it can be used to lock someone down while you energy bolt them, but it'll be like 1 or 2 energy bolts. Again, you get the same value and more from Bridgewatch Cape with less restrictions, making Bridgewatch a much better overall choice. Heretic is C tier. And last but not least, Undead Cape. Undead Cape is B tier. It can help in a pinch and allow you to use abilities while stealth without being revealed, which can be useful. But at 50% reduced damage, you can do a lot with 6 seconds of invisibility, but you can still get hit during it. This is close to C tier, but since you can do some trickery with stealth, it gets B tier. I just want to remind everyone that these are my thoughts and my opinions on which cape is best for arcane weapons in corrupted dungeons. If you want a tier list or other gear, let me know in the comment section below. If you disagree with me, or have anything you want to add or you think I missed or didn't consider, let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, then leave a like. It helps me a lot oh my god, need some fucking words. It helps me a lot as a content creator, and if you want more arcane content, consider subscribing. Love y'all.